Let's go to Word 500. Word 500 is the wordle game where they give you the number of greens and yellows, but don't tell you where they are in the word. All right, stairs possible. Let's do that. Okay. I think beach is possible. No, A can't go there. I think penal is possible. Okay. So the E is in the word and is running out of places to go. I think the E could go third still. For lack of a better guess, I'm going to go blend. Okay. So I used 3 letters from penal. The problem with this is that I didn't use 2 letters from stare. I knew that it couldn't work. I'm just having a hard time figuring if the A is in the word at this point. So E goes here. We know E is in the word, so E has to go third. If the A is in the word, it's not going to go before the E, so it would have to go last, which seems weird. I couldn't come up with a word that ends in A. But the word could end E-N-A if there's a word like that. I don't know how to make it work though. And if A isn't in the word, I don't know what we're putting in this. I'm having a hard time figuring out the structure of this thing. I think I'm going to go cleft, just to sort of test letters again. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, so that's extremely helpful because we know the E is in, so now we know that L is out. I guess extremely helpful might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but so I'm really thinking N is probably in at this point. Because if N isn't in, we need a P and an A, and then D would probably have to be in. Could the word end EPA? Is that possible? No, because, well, it could start with B, I guess. I don't see that working though. I kind of feel like the A is out, which means the N is in and the P is in. All right, so if I treat these as the greens, E and N, I can't figure out how to get a P or an A into this word with a green E and N. Like if P goes second, so P can't go first. If P goes second, you gotta think an S comes before it, or a vowel. But I can't figure out how to put a vowel or an S before a P-E-N word. I'm tempted to just go spent. I think this should give me some more information at the very least. I don't really know what's going on here. 2 greens is nuts, dude. And extremely not helpful. So the S is out because the S couldn't have been green. The T could be green. E is for sure in. And then I need to pick 2 of these other letters. So, oh wow. So if it is the N, if it's the N, P is out and A is in. And I think, so then the A could go second logic, like by what's happened so far, but there aren't any words that go A-E, I don't think. Like that. It's like a Gaelic thing. So it would have to go E-N-A. Okay, so let's run under this assumption for the moment. I kind of don't want to mark that because I don't know that it's true. All right, so but I'm assuming P is out. I got to remember that. So E is for sure in, and then N is also in, and then we need an A. The word has to end in A. So I don't have a T or an R if I have an A. E-N-A. It's like enema almost works. It could start with E. Mina, something like that. Gina? E-Gina? Dude, I don't know what's going on with this. If it's not A, things get way more complicated. Is there a world where N is not in? If N isn't in, we need either a B or a D to be green. And then A and P both have to be in. And A can't go here or first. So the word again has to end with A. So it can't be the D. So if N is out, D is also out because the word's going to have to end with A and D can't be green. So we need an A, a P, and a B to start the word. Is brepa a word? Like that structurally would work. No, P can't go second. P can't, it's E-N, dude. Like it has to be. Has to be E-N, doesn't it? Is there a way that the T could end the word? I don't think so. Because if T ends the word, then N is out and A has to end the word, which is impossible. It has to be E-N. And if it's definitely E-N, then P is out and we need an A and the A has to end the word. So this word ends E-N-A. Like everything that I'm thinking is pointing me to that. Hyena is such a weird word, dude. It's so hard to put that. That's it, right? ENA works for everything. AE, ENA are 3 yellows. It's hyena. And I was going to let out a shrill laugh, but it would have been annoying. And I'm glad I didn't do that. But hyenas do laugh sometimes. And I could have laughed about it, but it would have been annoying. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.